Coronation Street spoilers: Sinead dies in devastating exit storyline? It's been an incredibly traumatic year for Sinead Tinker in But You with actress Katie McGlynn, reportedly set to leave the soap. The heartache is far from over, as the young factory worker receives a letter which could change everything. After discovering she'd fallen pregnant last year, Sinead couldn't wait to let husband Daniel Osborne in on the good news. However, following her diagnosis, Sinead found herself conflicted over how best to proceed, but ultimately decided to put the health of the baby above her own. Daniel did all he could to support his wife in her darkest hour and, despite the odds, she gave birth to their son Bertie. Afterwards, she recovered well from the treatment, but was informed that the cancer could return at any given time, something which has no doubt been weighing on her mind ever since. This week, she receives a letter from the hospital confirming her MRI scan, and it leaves her incredibly unsettled. However, ads keep our content free for everyone. Please note that the Interactive Advertising Bureau IAB describes online personalized advertising through the below definitions. We put the storage of information, or access to information that is already stored, on your device, such as accessing advertising identifiers and / or other device identifiers, and / or using cookies or similar technologies. The collection and processing of information about your use of this site to subsequently personalize advertising for you in other contexts, i.e. on other sites or apps, over time. Typically, the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver advertisements for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such advertisements. This includes using the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver content for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such content. This includes using the collection of information about your use of the content, in combination with previously collected information, used to measure, understand, and report on your usage of the content. Ads keep our content free for everyone. We use additional third-party advertising companies who serve ads to help keep content free. For these partners, you will continue to receive advertising, however, it may not be tailored to your likely interests. Well, check in with you. Great. Thanks for choosing. You have opted out from our advertising partners.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up.